Derek stood at the head of the country club's private dining room, champagne glass raised, grinning like he'd won the lottery. The lake property closes Thursday. $990,000 all cash. No inspection contingencies. He paused for effect. I'm using it to launch the tech startup. Series of funding timeline, venture capital interest, the whole package. Applause rippled through the room. 43 guests celebrating Mom's retirement from 30 years of teaching. The country club smelled like prime rib and old money. Crystal chandeliers threw soft light across white linens. I set down my fork. The salmon suddenly looked wrong. Too pink, too perfect. What lake property? I asked. Derek didn't even glance my way. The retreat up in Berkshire County. The one nobody uses. Buyers are this amazing couple from Boston. Both doctors. Close Thursday at 10 a.m. Movers come Friday. Derek. My voice stayed level. What lake property? Don't be dramatic, Melissa. He finally looked at me, condescension sharp in his voice. The cabin you bought during your real estate phase and forgot about. I'm putting it to actual use. My real estate phase. I was a commercial property investor with 12 income-generating properties across 3 states. Derek was a serial entrepreneur with 4 failed startups and $340,000 in accumulated debt our parents kept quietly paying off. The cabin in my name, I said. Our family's cabin. Mom touched Derek's arm, smiling. Really, Melissa, this is Derek's moment. Can't you just be happy for him? The cabin I'd bought in 2018 for $580,000 cash. The property generating $4,200 monthly. The retreat I'd used as a test case before scaling to 11 more properties. Who signed the sales contract? I did, obviously. Derek scrolled through his phone. Listing went live 8 weeks ago. Multiple offers within days. These buyers offered asking price, waived inspection. With what authority? With the authority of someone who understands opportunity cost. His tone sharpened. You're sitting on assets earning what, $50,000 a year? I'm turning this into a 7-figure business. That's the difference between vision and playing landlord. Playing landlord. My 12 properties generated $427,000 annually. My portfolio was worth $8.2 million. I'd built it while working full-time as a data analyst, living in a modest apartment, driving a 7-year-old Civic. Derek drove a leased Range Rover and lived in a condo our parents subsidized. Aunt Linda leaned over. Melissa, honey, Derek's using your little investment to build something substantial. My little investment. The buyers are wonderful, Mom added. They have 3 children. It'll be perfect. Perfect. The cabin I'd chosen for southern exposure. The deck I'd designed. The kitchen I'd renovated with custom cabinetry. Derek put his phone down. Melissa, I know change is hard, but this is happening. Papers are signed. Final walkthrough was yesterday. We're in the home stretch. The wait staff brought out Mom's retirement cake. Everyone sang. Derek cut the first slice, playing devoted son, successful entrepreneur, golden child. I excused myself to the bathroom. In the marble-appointed restroom smelling like lavender, I pulled out my phone. My email loaded slowly. Then I saw it. From robert.chin@premiertitle.com. Subject. Urgent, property 847 Lakeshore Drive. Transaction suspended. Mr. Morrison. During standard due diligence for 847 Lakeshore Drive, our research team discovered a significant pattern requiring immediate investigation. The deed holder is Melissa Catherine Morrison, recorded June 12, 2018, Book 8834, page 127. Our title search revealed Ms. Morrison holds clear title to 11 other properties across Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Vermont, with combined portfolio value of $8,790,000. You are not listed as owner, co-owner, or authorized agent. Per Massachusetts General Law Chapter 183, Section 5B, you lack legal authority to convey this property. This constitutes attempted fraudulent conveyance under MGL Chapter 266, Section 33. Effective immediately. Sale contract is void. Earnest money $49,500, returned to buyers. Title insurance application denied. Matter reported to District Attorney's Office. As CEO of Premier Title Company and friend of your family, I'm deeply disappointed. I attended your sister's college graduation. I had no idea she'd built this success, nor that you would attempt to exploit it. Robert Cinzio. I read it 3 times. Then forwarded it to my attorney. Emergency. My phone started ringing. Derek. I declined. 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 I turned off my phone and returned to the party. At the table, Derek's face had gone white. Mom was reading her phone, expression shifting from confusion to panic. Dad sat frozen, steak knife in hand. I took my seat and cut another piece of salmon. Melissa. Derek's voice cracked. What did you do? I didn't do anything. The title company did their job. You own 12 properties? Mom whispered. Worth almost $9 million? Yes. But you, she looked at my simple dress, practical shoes. You drive a Honda. You live in that tiny apartment. I budget carefully. Unlike some people, I understand the difference between building wealth and performing it. Derek slammed his hand on the table. Silverware jumped. Nearby tables turned. You let me list that property. You knew I was selling it. You waited until the last second to humiliate me. I didn't know you'd forged my signature, I said. That was a surprise. The table went silent. Forged. Dad's face turned red. Derek, did you forge your sister's signature? It's a family property, Derek said desperately. I assumed. You thought you could steal my property to fund your 5th failed business, I finished. You thought wrong. Aunt Linda stood. I think we should give you privacy. Within minutes the room cleared. Only family remained. Mom, Dad, Derek, and me. And the truth finally laid out like a balance sheet. At home I opened the document I'd kept for 4 years. The ghost ledger, emotional costs. Entry number 1, first property, June 2018. Bought lake cabin, $580,000 cash. Told family excitedly. Derek, nice starter investment. Mom, that's sweet. Conversation 90 seconds. Derek's car lease the next week. 45 minutes of praise. Cost, the joy of achievement, diminished to nothing. Entry number 23, Derek's 3rd failure, March 2021. Parents loaned Derek $85,000. I'd just closed on property number 7, $890,000. Nobody asked how I afforded it. Cost, the assumption I was worth their attention. Entry number 31, portfolio milestone, August 2022. Hit $5 million portfolio value. Celebrated alone with Thai takeout. Same week Derek got $200 DoorDash cards. Family group chat exploded praising his entrepreneurial spirit. Cost, the fantasy my achievements mattered. Entry number 58, Thanksgiving, November 2023. Derek complained about struggling in his $3,400 condo our parents subsidized. I paid $1,850 while managing $8 million portfolio. Dad, maybe Derek could give you business advice. Cost, my grip on reality. Entry number 74, The Comment, February 2024. Derek at family dinner. Melissa's lake place just sits empty. Such waste. Reality. Generated $50,400 that year, fully booked March through October. Cost, the last thread of hope they'd ever see me clearly. 74 entries. 4 years of being invisible while building an empire in silence. There's a concept in behavioral economics. The hot hand fallacy. My family had it backward. They believed Derek would succeed despite 4 failures totaling $340,000 because he looked successful. They believed I was barely scraping by despite 6 years of wins because I drove a Civic and didn't perform wealth. The moment I decided enough was specific. Last Christmas, I gave Derek a $300 business supply gift card. Thoughtful, practical. He said, "Oh thanks," and set it aside. 10 minutes later he opened Mom's $50 Starbucks card and spent 5 minutes hugging her, posting on Instagram about best mom ever. My gift stayed forgotten on the side table. That night, watching him, something crystallized. I was funding the performance of his importance while mine evaporated. That night I started the ghost ledger. My attorney, Patricia Valdez, called Sunday morning. I'd worked with her on acquisitions for 3 years. Melissa, I've reviewed the email. Tell me everything. I did. The retirement party. The $990,000 sale I knew nothing about. The 8 weeks of forged documents. Did you give verbal authorization? No. I didn't know he was listing it until he announced the closing date. I'm requesting all documents from the title company. This is textbook fraud, forgery, attempted theft, fraudulent conveyance. We're looking at felony charges. I want every step documented, every consequence delivered. This is your brother. This will destroy your family relationship. My brother tried to steal $1 million property. If he'd steal one, he'd steal all 12. I'm not letting him burn down what I built. Understood. I'm drafting cease and desist now. I'll file with the DA's office and notify the Massachusetts Real Estate Board. Do it all. Procedural justice, step by step. Step 1. Evidence collection. Patricia assembled the package. Original deeds for 12 properties, 2018 to 2024. 6 years of rental income records. $2,340,000 total. Property tax payments, all from my accounts. Bank records showing $8,790,000 in purchases, all my funds. Derek's contribution, $0. The ghost ledger, 74 entries, 4 years. Step 2. Document analysis. Patricia's email Tuesday. Derek forged your signature on 5 documents. Listing agreement, disclosure, sales contract, lead paint form, title authorization. Crude forgery, block letters, Melissa Morrison. Your actual signature has distinctive cursive flourish. Any expert would confirm in minutes. Listing agent Gregory Fisher claims Derek presented as your POA. No POA exists. Fisher's license at risk. Step 3. Formal filing. Cease and desist letters to Derek Fisher, buyer's agent. DA complaint filed, Berkshire County. Massachusetts Real Estate Board notified. Case number 2024 FF 9923. Robert Chin from Premier Title sent a note. I had no idea you'd built such success. I'm sorry your family didn't see it. We'll provide whatever documentation the DA needs. Step 4. Authority review. DA investigator James Park interviewed me for 2 hours. Everything recorded. The party. The forgeries. Derek's failures. Parents enabling. The ghost ledger. Clear-cut fraud case, he said. Your brother attempted to steal and sell your property using forged documents. Evidence is overwhelming. We'll offer a plea, but if he refuses, trial means he loses badly. What plea? Given the dollar amount, attempted theft of nearly $1 million, probably 2 to 3 years probation, significant restitution, community service, permanent fraud conviction. Trial and loss, 18 months incarceration. Step 5. Family intervention. Mom showed up at my office Tuesday. Receptionist called, your mother's crying in the lobby. Tell her I'm unavailable. She says she'll wait. If she's not gone in 10 minutes, security removes her. She left in 8. Dad emailed. Whatever Derek did wrong, he's still your brother. Family forgives. This DA involvement is destroying him. He's lost startup funding. Buyers are suing. Please withdraw the complaint. I archived it without responding. Derek showed up at my apartment Thursday. I called police. They escorted him away with a harassment warning. Step 6. Counter evidence. Derek's attorney Mitchell Brennan claimed family understanding of shared assets, verbal agreement, Derek could utilize properties, implied consent from my failure to secure them. Patricia's response attached 12 deeds showing sole ownership, 6 years of tax payments from my accounts only, 6 years of insurance policies listing only me, rental income tax returns showing only me, bank statements showing $8,790,000 from my funds alone. Her closing. There is no family understanding. There are no shared assets. Your client committed fraud. The evidence is absolute. The claim died immediately. Step 7. Systematic consequences. Gregory Fisher lost his license for 120 days. Massachusetts Real Estate Board issued public reprimand. His agency terminated him. Premier Title flagged Derek in National Title Fraud Database. He could never buy or sell property through reputable title companies again. Derek's startup partners withdrew. Venture capital doesn't fund entrepreneurs with fraud charges. The buyers sued Derek for costs. Moving deposits, temporary housing, inspection fees, attorney fees. $23,000 total. They garnished his wages. Derek's condo went into foreclosure. Without the sale money, he couldn't afford $3,400 monthly payments. Step 8. Formal ruling. Derek took the plea April 15th. Guilty to attempted fraud and forgery. 3 years probation. 300 hours community service. $75,000 restitution to me. Permanent felony conviction. The DA's press release made local papers. Local man pleads guilty to attempting to fraudulently sell his sister's property. The victim, who owns a substantial real estate portfolio valued at $8.7 million, assisted in the investigation. 3 high school acquaintances reached out congratulating my success. My parents didn't. Step 9. Enforcement. Restraining order granted. No contact 3 years. No coming within 500 feet of my home, office, or 12 properties. Mom's final text. You've destroyed your brother's life over property you don't even need. I hope you're satisfied. I blocked her. Dad's final email. We raised you better than this. You've chosen money over family. Don't contact us. I blocked him too. 8 months later. I'm standing on my lake retreat deck, the one Derek tried to steal, watching November sunset paint the water copper and gold. The air is cold and sharp. My portfolio is now 13 properties. Bought number 13 in August. Historic Victorian in Salem, generating $5,800 monthly. Total value, $9,410,000. My savings grew by $127,000 since March. 8 months without my success dismissed, my properties eyed as communal assets, my achievements erased. I booked New Zealand. 6 weeks in January. South Island hiking. North Island thermal springs. Luxury lodges. First-class flights paid with money I earned, saved, invested while my family performed wealth and failed. My phone doesn't ring with family drama. No emergency calls about Derek's crises. No guilt trips. No performance reviews disguised as dinners. The silence felt strange at first, like empty house echoes. Now it feels different. It feels like peace. The ghost ledger sits in my files. 74 entries. I haven't opened it in months. The balance is settled. Last week, a colleague mentioned seeing Derek at a mall kiosk selling phone cases. He looked really different. I didn't know if you'd want to know. I didn't. Family isn't who shares DNA. It's who sees your success and celebrates it instead of trying to steal it. Who would never forge your signature to fund their failures with your wins. I wasn't punishing Derek. I was protecting what I built, brick by brick, property by property, in silence while they performed and failed loudly. The title company found 11 other properties because I built them. The fraud division involved because Derek committed fraud. Consequences landed where they belonged because the system worked. I didn't destroy Derek's life. Derek destroyed Derek's life by committing felony fraud. I stopped letting him destroy mine. The lake reflects emerging stars. The cabin is warm. Rental income deposits on the first. $4,200 from this property alone. $50,400 this year from the place my brother thought he could take. He couldn't. The account is closed. The balance is 0. And I am finally, completely, peacefully in the black.